We move into our next presentation, and I'll invite Sales and Marketing Director, Akrivia HCM, Mr. Yashveer Singh, to tell us the story of an HR. The story of an HR by Mr. Yashveer Singh, Sales and Marketing Director, Akrivia HCM.
You can easily remember me as I'm the 7th generation Sardar born in Hyderabad. So I'm more of a Hyderabadi than a lot of people there are. So today actually I want to talk about Reena Kulkarni. She's an HRBP who was kind enough to give me or let me shadow her for a day. Please do not search for her in your organization. I've changed the name and the company on purpose. So I would like to go the day that she has. So currently she works as a senior HRBP at Pune Electronics. It's an electronics store where she's been working for the last 7 years, and she directly reports to the CHRO. So Pune Electronics is headquartered at Pune. They have stores across India, specifically in Bombay, Pune, Bangalore and Dubai, and they have plans to expand in Southeast Asia also. So the way her day begins, I think all of us have the same thing. We all start with the beautiful ping that we get on a daily basis in the morning that, hey, you got notifications, your day needs to be scheduled accordingly now. So, but the two notifications that catch her eye are one, having a report that she needs to submit to the CHRO, and the second is she needs to subscribe to the legacy system that she already has. And the other 79 notifications take care of her day or decide the day for her. So once she's at the corporate office, she's having conversation with a colleague, and like the big boss says, it's 10:30 a.m., what's your day like, what's going on? So she has a problem statement where the colleague asks her, what's the plan for the guy, the director of ops is retiring, and what plan do we have in place? I think the general problem that all the HRs do face when they have the conversations at the coffee table. Now, it gets her thinking, what can she do? Should she have a succession plan that's is it through the people that she has in the organization? Should she look at all the ex or the subordinates of the ops people who can come up to this role? Or should she go outside, look at the competition and poach someone from there? Now, one problem that she does understand is that to back up the people who currently work in the organization, she doesn't have the data. Like in the previous conversations that was raised, that I don't have data to back the people in my organization. What do I do about it? Because obviously hiring a sales director or a director of ops requires not just a fixed salary, but also looking at other benefits that they're looking for. As the day progresses, she has a visit at one of the stores where she meets up with the sales manager, and this guy's really pissed. So his problem is, I don't have people working very well at my stores. I am going to miss my sales incentive, and sales guys love incentives. Trust me, I was a sales guy. And I'll be mad if an HR doesn't help me out. One of the reasons that he states this is because now employees at the store level, you don't have eyes, HRs don't have eyes at each store, what's going on. And some of the employees at the Dubai store are taking long breaks. How do you solve the problem? Because that actually reduces, or it gives a subpar experience to the customers who walk into your store, and none of the retail brands want that. Also, she has an issue with, or there's an issue with the leave and management system that's currently working at the Mumbai store. So they do not know there's a discrepancies there, and that kind of creates a resentment about employees. What do you do about it? It gets her thinking, what can she do? Can she automate the attendance system? Can she decentralize the attendance and take those reports? But her wish list is, can she get attendance and everything else at the click of a button on a phone? Is that possible? Now she's back in her office, she's having conversations with the business ops. Now the problem statement is, there is a high attrition rate. And if I'm not wrong, the entire retail association knows that attrition is the biggest challenge that retailers face. What do you do about that? How do you solve this problem statement? And now that the season is coming, there's a festival, India always has festivals. Now what do you do about that? Where do you get this manpower? So to reduce the manpower issue, she thinks, why don't I come up with an innovative onboarding process where it becomes simple for them, where they can onboard themselves, or employees can onboard themselves in the language that they understand, which can be Marathi, it can be Gujarati, it can be Tamil, it can be Bengali. There's no scope of that. So there's no scope of that. It also makes us understand, should we start working on a feedback loop? How can we connect with the employees at the store level, which is a challenge that everyone faces today? Can we have a continuous performance system where we encourage the top performers to stay back, reward them, recognize what they're doing? And what she wants is a wish list of, again, having all this data provided to her real time on a phone or desktop. Now, this gets her back in the office. She's busy preparing for the presentation she has with the CHR in the evening. And now she's thinking, hey, I am also expanding to other geographies. What do I do about it? She needs a rock star team to start her operations in Malaysia and Philippines. She wants people who can understand that language. She wants a platform which is multilingual. She wants to understand the local statutory compliances that work there, along with understanding, hey, can I do my payroll in a local currency? Is that possible from one system, or should I again have multiple systems that don't talk to each other? And that gets her to her meeting at 6 o'clock with the CHRO and the HR team, where she's now discussing what do we do. So she's gone through the data, and the CHRO have a good conversation with them, but in the last few minutes, she understands, she has a relation that she's built with the CHRO that I have had a bad day, or I've had a hard day, or a tough day, as you call it. How can you solve my issues? Because she needs detailed analysis report, real time, to solve the pain points. Can someone do that for her? In the day she had the time, she researched, she spoke to the existing vendor who's ready to give her this, but at an increased cost. Legacy systems do that. You want the features that you need, pay up. Luckily, the CHRO is of the futuristic thought process. He's like, hey, let's look at a system which can do this problem so can solve this problem statement for us. And something that she wants to solve is recruitment, which is her major pain point. Time and attendance and leave management is something that they're looking for. Core HR becomes your foundation of the company to take things forward. Yeah, payroll, not only for India, but for other countries that she's looking for. Yeah, employee engagement, because attrition is at all high level. Then you have learning management. How do you train the new employees that are joining in? How do you train and coach or also help people who are already working in the system? Finally, track performance of every single employee. And this is what Akrivia actually solves. We are a cloud-based native solution which has actually figured out all these problem statements, gone to the bottom level, and took actually about 4.5, 5 years to build a product out of this. So I think this is the end of my presentation. I have about 1.5 minutes left. Just a question to everyone. Have I missed any of the problem statements that you all face on a daily basis? Or is it all there? Okay. If not, then I think I will end the presentation now. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for listening.